This is what I will pretty much be calling a raw review. Raw reviews are essentially uh, raw reviews are just like my little thoughts and everything right after I beat a game or something like that. It's something that I've wanted to do just for the sake to have my thoughts out there on the internet in comparison to just like, taking so much time to write it down. And honestly, it does take me a lot of time to actually write things. So I just want to get more and more of my thoughts out there is the thing. So that's why I want to start this. As for the very first raw review that I have planned here, it's Geist. Geist is a game made by Nintendo fairly while ago. It was during the GameCube era. It was pretty ridiculous for what it was. I believe it was shipped with it being the first mature Nintendo game that Nintendo has made. It was made with some other kind of lesser named company. I don't really know for sure. Anyway, what did I think of Geist? Geist is an interesting creature for sure. It's not good by any degree. There's a reason why a lot of people haven't heard of Geist. It's not good at all. But there's a lot of interesting things about Geist that I really like. And honestly, the majority of the game, like the premise of the game, where you're a ghost and you take control of things and objects to scare things, like a trash bin scaring a security guard. That's funny. That's interesting, and it shows creativeness in what you could do with this concept. And I really like that. I think it's something that if you continue on with the series, you will eventually be able to learn how to fine tune and make better. And unfortunately, I don't think that's going to happen with the way that this game did not succeed at all. But there's a reason for that too. But that's beside the point. Point being here is that the little ghost mechanic actually leads up to a lot of interesting puzzles in the game, and that's what I really want to say, that by far this is some of the best puzzle solving I've had in a while, despite the fact that it is largely linear. It is very linear when it comes to puzzle solving. You get one thing to do each time. This, that to this. Possess a dog. The dog goes off running, and then you possess a rat or something like that because you use the dog to scare the rat. Rat goes off. You use these boxes, dynamite boxes, to blow up all these little security guards everywhere. And then you can use the dog again to go through the area that you previously could not go as a dog. And that's pretty cool. I think so. Honestly, Geist has a lot of interesting puzzles to it. And the unfortunate thing is that it's just linear. That's the biggest problem that the puzzles have with it. But the puzzles actually make you think. That's important. That's something that I don't get a lot from a lot of games. Even Zelda, not so much. But this actually had a lot going for me. And there was some little dog sections to it too, and that was pretty cool. They were here or there in between, but it was cool to see that you could actually use animals like mouses and whatnot. That was cool. That was something that I liked, and there was even some segments where they introduced new mechanics to you possessing, for you to possess different people. That was for the phobias and interesting things that they could do, little special talents they have. Some of them have slow motion, some of them don't for the most part, or they have a certain tool or something. And it was always kind of fun to see whenever you killed somebody and their body went that was great to see. I always loved that. But those are ragdoll physics, and honestly they probably shouldn't be in any kind of game. And at least when it comes to it being a serious type of game, and Geist feels like a very serious game. GTA is not. and it has ragdoll type physics. But yeah, you don't want to really see like this horror game out there, and then like there's just freaking ragdoll physics, and the guy is just flying out of nowhere, and it's just hilarious. Because it's supposed to create tension, it's supposed to actually be like serious, like oh, but it doesn't. The combat itself throughout the game is not. It's not how to say easy. It's not hard. It's just kind of generic shoot 'em up third person shooter, and then that's kind of mixed in together with the puzzle solving elements of the ghost coming out and solving puzzles. But it's just it's whatever. And then on top of that, what really sucks about Geist is the ending. And I don't mean story-wise or anything like that, because the story it wraps up. It's a decent story. It's not a good story. It's not anything of the sort. It's just kind of like, it's kind of interesting. There's a little family matter involved and whatnot, and you kind of solve the mystery of these families together. Yeah, with the dead kid that you meet early on, and the old fogey that you see. But it's nothing too heavy-handed or honestly good. It's not a particularly good mystery. But near the end, there's just bosses. Lots and lots of bosses. And it's just the weirdest thing ever, because throughout the majority of the game, you kind of get paced with these boss fights that are not only like not really fun, but they're extremely tedious. And then you have several different boss fights. You got like 5 different boss fights, all going one after another with like a very few shooting segments at the very end. And it's just ridiculous how much it actually has. And it's just so annoying. Oh my god. Especially the ending. The final 2 battles are just dumb. Like, one of them just takes too long because the health is just too much. And then the second one just has controls that are always fighting you. And then before that, you're also facing a bunch of other, like, little ghost type people. And it's boring. It's only boring. That is it. And it's just so, just like, how? How did they? But, like, everything else in the game just doesn't help either. Like, the music and sound effects in this game don't match up. They don't do anything useful at all or anything, and it's just sad. Like, the sound effects are there, but they're delayed. All the sound effects are delayed. At some point in some various situation, they're delayed. Like, you just, like, the guy's mouth will start talking, and then you'll actually say the thing, and it's very annoying to watch and see, and it just very cringeworthy, and all the music is just incredibly generic, and it's not good music. And Nintendo, of all the companies, should have good music, but it doesn't, and that's the unfortunate thing. But overall, honestly, if you wanted to play this game, like honestly, truly, utterly wanted to, like, oh man, guys, looks like a fun game, then you're dumb, because it's not. It's interesting. It's an interesting game, but it's not. It's not fun in any way. If you think it's a good game, then no, it's not a good game. Not by a long shot. It's an interesting game, and honestly, I would love to see a sequel to this that improves upon it, and I think that's what it deserves. I think it deserves a time to shine. Nintendo, you ever come across this or whatever, you know, that'd be cool. Like, woo, yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great. But as is what Geist stands right now, it's not. It's not worth your time. If you really want to play it, see if you can play one of the dog sections, because that's the best part. That really is. And those are my opinions, my very raw opinions about the situation. And I hope you enjoyed watching this. Hopefully I edited it pretty well, so it actually is fun to watch. But yeah, thank you very much, and I will hopefully see you people again. Let's not get lazy here. great. This is one of the best parts of the entire game. If only for the fact that I get to control a dog. Dogs are great. They're the best things in the world. And you're Hitler if you don't love them. Fact. Proven by the state of law. Attorney. Boom. Swish wish.